It was a Sunday at 2 a.m. when I had this feeling of changing my YouTube PFP, so I entered LgpHere and instantly go to HoloLive tag. So maybe you don't know what LgpHere is, so I'll explain it really fast. You may know what Rule 34 is. Well, LgpHere is the full version of Rule 34, and his other versions like SafeBuru for just safer work artwork and LgpHere, and nothing more actually. Then I saw in Walfie art post, and entered to his entire artworks. Here's when all of this started. I wasn't too busy, so I started checking every single one post of him, just to, see how his art style improved with the time. And here's something I noticed that was very strange, at least for his actual artworks. And that's the flash game tag. What do flash tag has to do with the actual Walfie? That was what I thought. Still, not everything is so mysterious in there. We have some old art of him, even full body art that is pretty shitty to be honest. But that isn't what we are going to talk about now. We are going to talk about this guys. This bad guys are the reason of the flash game tag being there. Every one of them are old playable comics made by Walfie. And here's the strange thing, every one of them are 11 years old posts. I mean, they are comics from 2009 at a max. At the end of the comic there is a name and a website called walfas.org. This caught me off guard when I've seen it the first time. I thought, who's this Kerbeam? Why is a Walfie post signed by that Kerbeam? And went to the site shown in the comic, walfas.org. Just to see what was all of that about. This is walfas.org. The first thing you can see is the simple title. Walfas, it's about stuff, and then the update page, that we are going to talk about later. Moving on to the about page, we have this little explanation. This in less words, says that walfas.org is about the flash games we've seen before, and that there were daily comics, at least in his golden era. The old about page though, talks a little about his start in the internet from forum to forum, that he likes chill anime and the origin of Walfie's name.
Oh yeah, and you might be thinking, what exactly does walfas mean? I'm going to tell you. One day I pressed a bunch of random keys on my keyboard and that's what came out. I thought it sounded pretty cool. And then months later I decided to make this with the name Walfas. It doesn't really mean anything, although it does sound like waffles, and that's pretty interesting.
This old store that doesn't really sells what they shown in the page, probably because it's discontinued. And this old Twitter account that we are going to talk about later. Again. The Flash page, it's about the Flash comics and just that. Then I moved on to the updates again, to see what changed with time. I clicked 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. But it weren't just some random updates things. They were 100, maybe thousands of posts in there, of a lot of things. Some of them are really interesting, some are not. Whatever, I was in my way to find the first post in the About page. In fact, I actually found the first post of the About page. In the page number 238, this post was the first thing registered. This is a blog post, is the first ever thing posted in here, and it's about he predicting me while doing this video.
Also, I'm assuming that if you were reading this around the time this post was made, that you probably already know who I am, so I won't have to explain much. But I'll put up stuff on the About page, because otherwise it feels kind of empty. I guess I could just remove the page, but then in the future when random people somehow find out about this place, and by then, it'll probably be located on a different domain, like walfas.org or something, they won't have to wonder, hey, I wonder what this cool looking site is about. Oh wait, there's no About page, so I guess I will never know.
Then there are other posts like this one called My Desktop, that is about, well, his desktop and something about a remote control. After I found the first post of walfas.org, I went to his Twitter account that is actually pretty interesting. The first thing I did was look at the creating date of the account and then search for his first tweet in Google. That wasn't my best idea ever because I was searching for it wrong. I still found fun things like this Twitter account that I thought really hard that was Walfie personal account. I mean, I even tried to look at his followed accounts to see if he was one of those 5 following this guy. Plot twist. He wasn't. With time I just give up and start from where I should had. Like in the editing of this video. Whatever this is, Kirby M Twitter account, made in February of 2009, his bio says. A college student, studying electrical engineering. I like to do things. And the Japanese part says. I can't speak Japanese, but you can follow me. His newest tweets are mostly about Animal Crossing, Starbucks and some interesting things. So let's start with the real crap. There are some time skips or inactivity time that went from some months to 3 whole years, but that's something that we are going to talk later. In his likes there are some old images with him in, or at least that's what they said. Even so, I didn't found any image of his face. Oh yeah, funny Japanese things. Also there's this account where he said nonsense for around a year. I'm including this one here cause it's nothing relevant. This is his last tweet. April. That's what he said after 3 years of inactivity. Nothing more after that. I think this tweet is related to this other's tweets. But even so, we don't know what does it means. Here are some tweets and photos of him in a travel around somewhere in California. Again with the first tweet thing, I give up and just scroll down his page. Here they are, their first tweets. Most of them were deleted by the time being, but I have some of them here. That's it, there's nothing more, just silence. Unless, there is a page in DeviantArt of February 2017. Talking about his disappearance of internet. This was about his Patreon, goals and others. This helped me a lot actually. Thanks to that, I got to see some really old tweets in his current Twitter account, showing that he wasn't too inactive after all. Also found some accounts of him in there. Whatever, let's end this with some tweets of him falling onto the rabbit hole.
I don't VTubers, but this shark is good at singing. Me before yesterday, doesn't really watch VTubers. Me yesterday, watching HoloEn debuts, I guess that's kinda neat. Me today waking up randomly at 7:30 AM unable to fall back asleep and deciding to check the end of LgpHere stream. I think I understand now. Despite all the HoloLive animations I've been doing recently, rest assured that my soul still belongs to Aikatsu, me, someone who definitely doesn't watch VTubers. This shark good at sing. Fun fact, in his new account bio he says that he is a software engineer, so, congratulations.
Through the making of this video I found lot of Walfie's forgotten accounts and websites. There's a recompilation. Walfie's Patreon. Current state, unknown. He still has patrons in there. Walfas Japanese. Current state, forgotten. Who cares? Walfas. Current state, unknown. He used it even after making his new account, but doesn't makes any tweets in there. Walfie's Tumblr. Current state, active. Damn, this is old as fuck. Walfie second blog. Current state, forgotten. This one was about his profession, but no one cared about this one, not even he. Walfie's first YouTube account. Current state, unknown. He changed the PFP but is still an inactive account. Walfie's GitHub. Yeah, who cares? Walfie's Pixie. Current state, active. Here's some old art of Aikatsu, kinda cool. Walfas Video. Obviously forgotten. This site is like a reverse creepypasta. Walfie's Tumblr second account, current state, probably forgotten. Does he like Animal Crossing? There's also a Twitter account of Walfie Crossing. And yeah, I didn't care about that neither. Walfie's Instagram account. Current state, active. Food photos are cool. That's all my mind can think about this. Here, a Walfie timeline for you.